I'm doing is actually cleaning the world's water. We're doing it one oyster at a time, and all the estuaries of the world, and all the, like the seas, the bays, the saltwater rivers. And I got into the business of pure accident. I'm in the systems design business. I'm a computer plumber, and I was helping out a friend of mine. He goes, "Hey, I've been investing in this group for a couple years now." And he says, 23 years, a couple years. He says, "I got this scientist involved, and I have huge controller." And he's an oyster guy. I'm like, "What are you, an oyster guy?" I'm like, "He's a waterman. He's doing something like with oysters and nutrient credits." I said, what are you talking about, nutrient credits?" He says, I don't know. What I did is I built a system for him on a resource planner. It's called an ERP system. He went from paperwork to faxing me stuff, to scanning stuff. And so it automated his whole process. I found out that it's like for an oyster cleans between 50 and 130 gallons a day. So in a bundle is approximately 10,000 oysters over 12 to 18 months. And that creates one nutrient credit. A nutrient credit is equivalent to a carbon credit, but for water. Carbon credits air, nutrient credits are for the water. And what it does is it takes so much nitrogen, phosphate, particulates, and also now microplastics out of the water. So I said, that's pretty cool. And I'm actually an environmental guy at heart. I backpacked the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine when I was in high school. Hunt and fished my whole life. I mean, I was a furrier. I was young, and father was a gunsmith. So, yeah, I was an outdoorsman, backman. And I was the MAI instructor for Pan Am. I had fly rod, will fly anywhere. So I backpacked and fished from the Ural Mountains when it was the USSR to anywhere in the world. I would go over and fly fish. So now with the waters, the world, I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I'm helping them. And then the last 3 weeks it was about a year process. I found out from the EPA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Army Corps of Engineers, the NOAA, which is the National Oceanic Administration, and University of Virginia and University of Maryland. So I've been assembling all these documents to make a process to make sure everything's correct. And then Yale University's in there. So they certified this process when nutrient credits. It's not just a hooey thing, it's actually a certified process. So the last 3 weeks, hence is the really long story, and I'll short a lot. He stopped getting back to me. We didn't talk a lot, but we worked at night, texting back and forth. He'd fax, scan, email. I actually bought a scanner for him because he would overnight Federal Express documents. I told her, just scan them and send them to me that way. So last 3 weeks, I thought maybe he was in Bora Bora or on vacation, and he was not. He says, "You really want to see me?" I said, "Yeah," because we started texting. He couldn't talk anymore. And I'm like, "Why can't you talk?" He goes, "I'm having some medical issues." I'm like, I said, "Bullshit." He goes, "You really want to see?" I'm like, "Yeah. Get me on the video or I'm not doing one more thing with you." And he gets me on the video, and he pulls out this long tube. He was intubated at home. And I'm like, so I went from being mad at, and then I felt like a jerk. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, so sorry. He goes, I said, "Tora, I'm about ready to turn this program on for you. I mean, it's done. A to Z. I got $1 million plus programming on the thing. Here's your software. Here's the server that's on. Using even passwords. I'm about ready to turn the whole system over." Because Adam, I ain't gonna make it. I said, "What do you mean you're not gonna make it?" I said, I built the whole system. I mean, what are you not gonna make?" He goes, "No, I'm not. I've staged whatever it was, straight cancer." And I says, "You got to be effing kidding me." I'm like, so anyway, basically, he goes, "You got to promise me." I said, "Tora, I promise whatever you want." I said, "I'm sorry," because I felt like crap at the time. And he says, "You got to promise me to go over and take this system and clean the waters of the world, like we talked about." I said, "So this is your deal. It's not me." He goes, No, promise me." I'm like, yeah, okay, I promise. You know, kind of like a half-word promise. He goes, stop it. He got mad. Guy never got mad. He goes, stop it. I'm asking you really seriously. And I'm like, okay. Told her, say Boy Scouts honor or something like that. I'm like, Boy Scout, Girl Scouts honor. He goes, be serious. I want you to take this project over and then do the best you can. He goes, you're more than capable. Your systems, you understand my process. You know all the people and all the government agencies now. You built the system, so you know it better than anybody. You met the watermen. You met all the oystermen. You know the process, so it's yours. I'm like, Tor, really? He goes, Adam. He goes, I don't know how long it'll last. I said, all right. Well, you know, we'll get back to you tomorrow on that. He goes, promise me. So the last thing that I said to him, Tor, I promise I'll move this ahead. And then next morning, I'm texting him, and then his wife or girlfriend, I don't know who he was married at the time, just told her pass. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, now what am I going to do? So now I have this big burden. What I promised, and the last thing I said to the guy was like, yeah, I promise. I mean, I'm doing other things. I mean, my life is full. I mean, I didn't have any more time for anything. I was fitting him in, building the system. Well, a year later, we're now in Chesapeake Bay, the Hudson River, the Delaware River, the Thames River, UAE. We're going to Poland. We're going to Palau, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Shenzhen. We're going to Singapore. So now we're literally installing, getting all the governments ready. We've been to Davos. We're speaking on a national stage, and we're cleaning the world's waters. So it was just an idea and a thought with a system set up, and we tested it in the Chesapeake Bay. Now we're rolling it out. UN mandated, government's mandated. Hadi is meeting with Bahrain. And then we have the royal families coming up in the next 2 months for all the UAE to go over and adopt, clean their coastal waters and bring it pristine. And what happens is, once you start cleaning the waters, then the grasses come back, and then the fry come back, and then the fish come back, and then the turtles come back, and then the dolphins come back, and the whales come back, and everything comes back, and it's like a natural ecosystem. Your water is crystal clear, looks like it's the Caribbean. It's amazing. And so it goes back to nature. So that's what we're doing. So surviving, I'm thriving. And, you know, when you talk about energy, sometimes when you get that tuning fork and you're tuning something and you go boom, somehow I got into this business by accident. And that's it. Yeah, I do. I'm like self-evidence, because you never know what's going to happen. Ever. It's like, I can't explain to you why this is taken off the way it is. We're doing a token offering. It's all blockchain, AI, and IoT devices. So it's all high-tech stuff. And the adoption rate is amazing. And so now we have the Marriott coming on board. We have the airlines coming on board. We have the municipalities coming on board. We have the shipping industry coming on board. So we created a toll system. So when you come into a port and you discharge water, you know, it's called a ballast change, you have to pay a toll, which is a nutrient credit. It's an offset for your pollution events. So say, clean up your mess. Pollution is not free anymore. It is. You used to be able to kick the can down the road. No, here it is. So this would have cost, it's minimal. But every little piece helps and hurts. So we clean up the waters where the pollution was. It's not like you plant a tree and in 30 years, there's some carbon credit. We can show people that within 3 days, put some oysters in a tank and oysters in no tank, and it's clean. So now when you put 10,000 oysters in a bundle, IoT devices, monitored by satellite and communication systems, I can prove to people the water's clear, changed, and back to normal. So data centers, now we're having a big AI data center issue. When the data center pull in cool water, it goes 14 to 17 degrees higher. It creates an algae bloom. So now we do an offset, boom, oysters, make sure the grasses are correct. And then how do we go over and change that? We stop the algae bloom from happening because the oysters take out the phosphate and nitrogen what the algae needs. So now you don't get the catastrophic collapse of the water, and you don't have dead zones. So that's what we're doing for this big AI. It's like almost directing. Things have happened. It's like you meet this person, and how the heck did I meet that person? You're sitting next to a person. Oh, I can help you here. They give you a business card. Hadi goes, oh, let's get all the kingdom together. I would just ask him to go over to the Marriott. He goes, oh, let's get the whole kingdom together. So we went from the Marriott to let's get the whole UAE kingdom. And then the sheikh, the sheikhess, the female version of the sheikh was here. It's like, oh yeah, it sounds great. Let's go over and do that. It's got to be some kind of spiritual tuning. That's the only thing, layman terms, you guys are kind of more into that, but it's like, we think about a tuning fork, and I think it's a frequency. I think everybody's got a different frequency they go on, but when you're finally tuned, like a car engine, you can hear a tune, or a piano, or a guitar. You can hear when it's off, but when it's tuned, nothing sounds like a Stradivarius. Nothing, so when you're spiritually aligned, you're at the right tune, your right place, and is there a greater power? Of course there is. I died for 4.5 minutes during COVID, so I went back and forth in time. So one day I can explain to you. People have no idea, and people think I'm nuts when I tell them that, but I won't get into that in this one but there is a time. We are changing the world, and we're doing it one oyster at a time. Simple. How to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. We're changing the waters of the world one oyster at a time. 10,000 oysters at a time is one nutrient credit. You just multiply it by that. And the system, so the Thames River, within 3 18-month cycles, the Thames River will be crystal clear, just like it was 500 years